All right, guys, what is going on? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well today. And what I have currently right now showing here is footage of the Secret Avenger team. As a matter of fact, let me shrink myself down a little bit here. So we have Maria Hill, we have Sharon Carter, Captain Sam, and we also have with them, this is developer provided information for the Secret Avenger team. We have them running with Nick Fury and also Kestrel, which I think is probably where a lot of us thought that, or the other two characters that we potentially thought that may be able to be used with this team. It looks as if though this team is going to be a Doom raid answer for those skill sections and those skill nodes. Obviously, we know a lot of players are already running Kestrel. It looks like we're going to have some additional characters here: Maria Hill, Sharon Carter, and Captain Sam. So we're going to go over today in this video the kit for Maria Hill. She was the character that we did not know about yet, but Maria Hill is going to be the, or we knew, but we didn't fully know, or it's fully confirmed now that Maria Hill is going to be a Secret Avenger character on this team. So we're going to go through her kit here. We're going to talk about the viability, really, what players probably potentially should be shooting to go after this team for your Doom raids, and maybe potentially where else they could fit into the Marvel Strike Force meta. We'll go through all that information, guys, in this video, and we're going to start right now. All right, welcome back, guys, and jumping right over into the kit for Maria Hill here. Didn't go through her. Well, first let's talk about the tags that she has, right? So she's a hero character, global skill, obviously, of course, with the other Secret Avenger characters. She's a support character. So if you're looking at those ISOs, right, you have another support character that you have. I find that right now, controller and support are definitely the biggest strangleholds for ISOs, but that should get somewhat easier with this new update, this new patch, where we are supposed to now being able to farm or target farm more of these ISOs that you need. So yeah, support character, shield, which I thought was very interesting, and then of course having the Secret Avenger tag, but of course having the shield tag, there's definitely some sort of a synergy that she'll have with Nick Fury. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We're gonna start off with the passive here, and then we're kind of work our way up. So passive, Fury's right hand, which makes a lot of sense, right? Being with the comics and have we seen with the MCU, typically they are sort of like the right hand man that's Fury's right hand man here. On self and ally block, which of course, remember that she is going to, if you're running this team with Captain Sam, they're going to be getting deflect from Captain Sam. So that's definitely irrelevant, right? So on self and on ally block, 50% chance to heal the most injured ally by 25% of this character's max health. So we'll take a look at her stats a little bit later on and talk about where her health pool lands. In raids, this always occurs. Gain, well, obviously, of course, in raids, because they're kind of going to be the Doom raid skill team, right? Gain 40% resistance for self and all Secret Avenger allies, which I think is very big for some of those nodes with those Taskmasters. And then in raids, this is increased to 80% resistance. So very strong, right? Ultimate ability here, Shield Cure Package. Doesn't start off with this on turn 1. This is going to be a turn 2 ability here. Turn 2 ability here. Clear all negative effects from self and all Avenger, not just Secret Avenger, but all Avenger and skill allies. Apply 3 deflect. So she's also applying deflect to characters as well. Apply 3 deflect to up to a maximum of 5, and immunity to self and all Secret Avenger allies. I think that's a very big deal because she's going to be healing whenever a character blocks. Heal self and all skill allies by 35% of this character's max health, plus heal all non-skill allies by 20% of this character's max health as well, and attack all enemies. So she's doing an additional attack here so it's always good when a support character at least does some sort of damage, right? So not only she's healing, not only she's clearing positive effects, not only she's giving immunity, but she is also as well doing a little bit of damage too. which I think is good. Special ability here at 3 out of 3. So she's going to be able to do this on turn 1. You may want to save this, but she's going to be able to do this on turn 1. Energy cost at 3 out of 3. She summons 3 shield troopers, which I thought was pretty interesting. But remember, shield trooper counters whenever you hit an ally that's nearby him. So she's giving a little bit of an additional damage with that sense. So I think that could be helpful in some of these matchups, right? Apply offense up, defense up, and death proof to the summoned shield troopers. Attack the primary target for 400% damage. Gain assist from all shield trooper allies. Wow, okay, that's decent. That's decent. And then applying defense down to primary target. And if Sharon Carter is an ally, she's getting 500% extra focus for this attack as well. So that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good therefore you're guaranteed that she's going to be able to land that defense down. Sharon Carter also has the ability to land defense down. That's obviously a big deal when you have a character on your team like Kestrel who takes advantage of characters that have defense down when you attack those characters, or take advantage of the enemies right when you attack characters that have defense down. I think that's definitely a big deal, especially if she's going to be able to actually land that defense down with that 500% extra focus. And its attack is unavoidable and it cannot be blocked. So that's very good as well. Then with her basic attack, she's attacking the primary target for 340% damage. She's applying deflect to the most injured non-summon ally. And if that ally is a secret Avenger, they also are gaining regeneration. So nothing crazy spectacular about her kit. Obviously, this is her kit is made to work right with Kestrel with the defense down. It's also a help to give some additional sustain to the Secret Avenger allies, but also does overall give some sustain as well to other skill characters that are there. So they kind of all work as one. Sharon Carter, Captain Sam, and Maria Hill. But let's take a look at Maria Hill's stats, and then we'll take a look at some other footage here in the game. All right, so this is her. This is Maria Hill. This is her kit right here. Or this. Well, we already went through her kit. These are her stats that we're going to be taking a look at. Pretty good looking model, I would say. Pretty good looking model here. Stats are at level 75, gear tier 14. No ISOs here, but my understanding is that this character does have her star tech maxed out. So we'll get a pretty good understanding here of, and we're seeing some of the stats right now with Shield Trooper, which are obviously her summons. So 118k health, 10k damage, 7,000 armor, so on and so forth. And we'll take a look at some other stuff here, but let's take a look at her stats. I think that that's a little bit more relevant. So as a support character who's going to be giving heals to the Secret Avenger allies, and also other skill characters on the team, good health pool, right? 258k health. Decent damage, not high damage, but decent enough damage. Remember, she's doing damage on every single one of her abilities. Every single one of her abilities does some damage. Granted, she's not a damage dealer, but it's helpful when a support character can also land damage. And then we've seen this now that they've been doing this with the most recent support characters, right? We see Moondragon currently, all of her abilities as well do some attacks, and so does Maria Hill. So they're kind of changing the mold, I guess, in a sense, in regards to what support characters are doing now, because their abilities aren't just doing sustain or clearing effects, things like that, but they're also as well doing things like giving them some attack, even though their attack stats aren't that great. But good percent armor, 12k armor here. If we go a little bit further along, we'll see her focus. Focus is at 5,600. Not a really high focus, so there is definitely a little bit of a concern there. Not at G14. That's well, actually, that's probably decent focus. My bad. That's pretty decent focus. Definitely very high resistance, I would say. So not going to be able to land a lot of negative effects, I would assume, on her. But we're going to take a look at the footage and see if that translates to what I'm thinking here. But yeah, stats look pretty good. Look pretty decent. 113 speed, not bad at all, guys. So let's take a look at some footage here and let's see how they perform in these Doom raids. All right, y'all. So we're going to take a look at this footage here with the Secret Avenger team. They're performing here in these Doom raids. This is actually the first node of the skill section in these Doom raids here. So what you're going to see right now is just really kind of the So these matchups are going to go a little bit slower, right? With this team, you're not getting a crazy bunch of burst damage. Yes, Kestrel does some damage. Yes, Sharon Carter can add a little bit to damage. She's not primarily a massive damage dealer, or at least that's not what I see right now. I know that's what they said in the strike time, or at least strike time footage, and also in the blog post. But while Sharon Carter does do some damage, I think that she's definitely more giving you the control, of course, as a controller character, and Maria as a support character definitely does do a lot here. Now, this first node is typically not a very difficult node. I usually do it with 3 characters: Kestrel, Night Nurse, and also Gamora. So there's not really a lot of challenge to this one particularly, and there's not really a lot of nuances that you have to go through here. But overall, I think the team does perform in the way that you would desire for them to perform in these raids. As you can see so far, already taken out 3 characters. We've seen the summons right now from Maria Hill. You're going to start to see the counters right now, right? So the troopers are countering right now. Venom, and they do some decent damage. Not a crazy amount of damage, but they do some decent damage here. Definitely helping with that little bit of sustain. You see the disrupt here. I think that was Sharon Carter that applied that disrupt. If I'm not mistaken, or was that Captain? Was that Sam? I'm sort of forgetting the kits right now for all the Secret Avenger characters. Mainly focused on Maria Hill for this particular matchup, but. Yeah, they do pretty well. They go through this node pretty easily. Not really anything crazy here that we're seeing. We definitely just saw Captain Sam just clear that positive effect off Venom, took him out pretty easily. So Captain Sam actually does some decent damage as well. And like I said, Sharon Carter does provide a little bit more of that additional damage. The big Haas, though, of course, is having Kestrel here. All right, but we're gonna divert from this footage. Like I just wanted for you to see how they're performing in this matchup, and then probably at some later time we can probably just dissect it a little bit more here. But let's take a look at another video that we had for them, which is a much more difficult node for them to go through. So this is more. This is node 2. This is a little bit more challenging, and this is the one that I was showing to you guys right at the beginning of the video, or the opening intro to the video. This is the information this is what I was showing to you guys here. This was them going into this matchup. Now, I will say this: I think that some of their target selections in this video were not the best. I think some of their ability selections were not the best. I'm gonna take this as they were doing it. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but I'm taking it as they were doing it just to show off the kits and show off what they can do. It's going to look a little dire in the beginning. But you're going to see this team kind of turn it around. They're also running this on 1 speed, so there is a potential chance, right, for there to be a little bit of a timeout here. What I will say so far is analysis of this video is that Captain Sam, very good resistance, was able to resist the ability block there. So that's very good. Taskmaster, obviously, of course, put those blinds on Sharon and also Nick Fury, so that does become a little problematic. Strange flips, which really puts Kestrel in a bind, right? So I know that they went after Taskmaster first. I think probably the best direction to go in here would have been to try to take out Strange, just try to control Strange before trying to control Taskmaster, but it kind of is what it is at this point. You're going to see, like I said, the difficulty in this matchup. Kestrel's going to go. Kestrel is going to get absolutely deleted here. Legason's going to go, and bye-bye. Bye-bye, Kestrel. Come back. All right. Sam's going. We're probably going to, they're going to lose. They're just, yeah, well, let's continue to watch the footage here. Okay, still the blinds. Okay. Maria Hill gains that offense up. And I think this is her ult. Yeah. That's the basic from Sharon. Speed bar. And of course, the assists with them being there. That's from Nick Fury, though. Right, more. the troopers are doing okay. Keep in mind, they are attacking Doctor Strange of all people, of all characters, right? It's not like this man has a gajillion health pool, even though everybody in Doom Raids has a gajillion health pool, right? But overall, what you're going to see is this looked dire in the beginning, but there was a good amount of turnaround here that made a good impact on the team. Sam just applied the defects again. He's going to be taunting now for 3 turns. You're going to see Maria Hill. She's going to... so one of the things that I should have pointed out earlier is that she did her special ability early, which you probably should save that in a node like this, where you probably should wait until you get Taskmaster to do his ult. Wait until you get, the X-23 to do her ult. So you probably should save some of these abilities here and not use them as early as you potentially did, because she can clear the negative effects off the team with her special ability. But what you're seeing is that this team turns it around. They're not a high damage team, but with the troopers, with Maria Hill as support, with Captain Sam with those deflects, they were able to turn this around. They're going to end up timing out on this node and not finishing it, but you're going to see that they're going to be able to finish this up here with still having some good sustain. So where I think this team is going to land right now for me is they are not a must-have team, at least not anything that I can see currently right now that tells me that they are a must-have team. What I see this team as right now is a additional option that you have available to you to do some of these Doom raids. So if you haven't built up Red Guardian, then Captain Sam is definitely an option for you. If you haven't built up characters like Moondragon or Night Nurse, then Maria Hill would definitely be a great addition to your Doom as a Doom raid option. So if you have some controller ISOs available, then you can throw some of those as well on Sharon Carter, or you can bring up Sharon Carter just to have the trifecta of a team. There will be some good, decent synergy with Kestrel being there with those defense downs if you're able to keep her alive, and Nick Fury is a good decent buy that can be there as well. So it's really up to you in regards to what you want to do. So I feel like this is where this team is going to more land for players who have not already built up Doom skill rate characters, because if you have already built up Doom skill rate characters, you will probably found that it's fairly easy to complete these nodes with characters that are already available in the game. With that being said, I do think that there's potentially some viability that you will have with this team, probably on War Offense. We know that these slots are going to be opening up, so there's probably going to be some more slots that you can there's always a good place to have, always a good place for you to have some more War Offense teams, or probably War Defense teams, because we already know, of course, that Nick Fury does excel, of course, on War Defense, and with Captain Sam, there's just really a lot of really good options or vibe or sustainability and difficulty to probably punch through this team. So keep that in mind, guys, as you sort of make your plans there. We should probably see Captain Sam. We definitely know that Sharon Carter is going to be released via an event, a campaign. Captain Sam, we don't know yet, and neither do we know Maria Hill. But of course, I believe that will be revealed at some point in time soon. But appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, or leave it in the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Man, need some Wawa. Where's my water at? These kids, man, I can't have nothing for myself.